tips on sustainable eating habits. And she's good friends with my trainer, Fitness Jones Training. So I wanted to come on here and just show you guys what I have purchased for my recovery. I think I did a video a couple weeks ago to let you know I was doing uh, skin removal surgery, aka a tummy tuck, abdominoplasty, whatever you want to call it. Along with that, I am getting lipo on my flank area, which is my sides, and muscle repair, where they put your abdominal muscles back together. So I purchased some things specifically for my recovery, and I'm just gonna go through them one at a time and show you. Although I did drop one thing, hang on. Ugh. But I'm keeping everything in this bag in my closet so that it's all together, and if I need it, I can tell somebody to come in here and get it, and they can find it. The first thing, which I just picked up off the floor, is this organic turmeric and ginger. And turmeric is good for inflammation, healing. There are a lot of other uses for it. I used to take it for my joints because I used to have a lot of knee pain and inflammation in my knee. So that's one thing. I bought this arnica gel, which is good for bruises and pain. There is a lot of bruising sometimes with liposuction, and I just want to see, if it's going to work. This was a thing that they talked about a lot in some of the plastic surgery support groups that I'm in on Facebook. I got some Tylenol because I may not need pain medication all the time. I really don't have a high pain tolerance, but I don't like the feeling of being drugged up, if that makes sense. So if I just need something to take the edge off, this is probably what I'll take. And let's see, some paper tape that goes along with these gauze pads. A lot of the groups, or all the groups that I'm in, they talk about using Poise female incontinence pads instead of gauze pads and the typical type of bandages that you would put over an incision, because they're supposed to be softer, and because of the adhesive backing, you can kind of place them inside your clothes to pad you and protect your incisions, as well as catch anything that may, leak or weep from your incision. I hadn't made a decision about that one way or the other, but we'll see as I get closer. I have some gas relief because with abdominal surgery, sometimes air can get trapped and make you uncomfortable. Let's see, dropping stuff again. Some antibiotic ointment, aka Neosporin. Once the incisions are somewhat closed, I may need this just to keep the skin moist and free from infection. I got a lanyard for my drains, and I also got this fanny pack just to keep your drains from swinging around and getting pulled accidentally. You can clip them to the lanyard and wear this around your neck just to keep them out of your way. And I know that they're cumbersome and uncomfortable because I've had a breast reduction, and when I had those drains, they came out of either side right under my armpit, and I had to keep them tucked in my pockets or keep them out of the way. And then if I go out somewhere, I'll use the fanny pack because you don't really want your drains to be exposed. They're collecting blood and fluid, and that's kind of gross. You just don't want people to be able to see that, unless they're a medical professional and it doesn't bother them. But like, if people come to visit me, I'm gonna tuck them away. I'm not gonna have them just out. And what else? Oh, I got some alcohol swabs in case I need to wipe down something, my incision or whatever. And I got some Benadryl and some stool softener. You can have a reaction to pain medication. Personally, my skin is extremely sensitive. If I have to have bandages and stuff on for a while, I can get itchy. So I got this just in case. I had a reaction to an antibiotic one time, which was kind of scary. So I don't know what they're going to prescribe. When I go to my pre-op appointment in a few weeks, he will tell me probably, and I'll get my prescription so I can go ahead and get those filled before the day of the surgery. And the stool softener is pain medication, can make you constipated. So I got this just to be, better safe than sorry. I'm a better safe than sorry type person. And I have digestive issues already, so that's why I'm trying to take as little pain medication as possible. Let's see. I have two different kinds of socks. I got compression socks, which they're probably going to give me the plain white surgical kind, but I just thought these would be fun. And that's to help your circulation so that you don't get blood clots. That they tell you to get up and move, walk around a little bit at least once an hour. I'm going to try to do every 30 minutes because blood clots are no joke. I have seen what happens when you get one in your leg and it breaks loose and travels up to your lungs. It's serious. Like, you could be in the hospital. And I already have issues with the circulation in my legs, and I've been kind of wearing these to test them out. And they actually do help. Normally my feet are cold, especially this time of year when the temperature starts to drop a little bit. And if I just put on a regular pair of socks, my feet stay cold. Nothing changes. But these, they actually, like, I can feel them, I don't want to say tingling, but I can feel them working and my feet actually stay warm. But these are kind of slick on the bottom, and I have wood floors in my room. There's a lot of tile in the house. So I got these with the little rubber non-skid things on the bottom just to put on over the socks if I feel like I need to get up and walk, further than a few feet. And this thing was suggested in a couple of the groups I'm in. I'm trying to open the wrong end. It is, I don't remember the name of it, but when you have this type of surgery and your range of motion is limited, like when I had my breast reduction, I couldn't reach up over my head and I couldn't reach behind my back for about a month. I was just that tight, like to reach up physically hurt. And still sometimes if I reach the wrong way, I can feel pulling internally. So when you are stitched tight and you can't really move your arms, when you go to the bathroom, you may need a little help. And I'm the kind of person, there are some things I just don't want to ask other people to do for me. I mean, to some degree, you're going to have to ask for some help. But some things need to be private. So I don't know if I'm going to need this or not, but I got it just in case. This helps you wipe when you go to the restroom. And there's another product that I haven't purchased yet that is like a female urinal, basically, because when you have that compression garment on, it's so tight you don't want to take it off just to use the bathroom. So they have it, most of them are designed with an opening for you to use the restroom, kind of like some girdles or body shapers that you purchase in the regular store. But if you go to the restroom and you are unsuccessful, we'll put it that way, then you got to take that thing off and wash it. Now, my doctor adds in the price of 2 garments in the quote so that you have a spare in case you need to wash one or whatever. But that's a pain in the butt. And I'll be wearing the compression garment for anywhere from 6 weeks to 3 months, possibly 6 months. Because some people swell and deal with swelling as far out as a year post-op. So, I'm trying to figure out the easiest way to do this now before I'm in the middle of it. And I also got some waterproof pads. One of the groups that I'm in, they feel like some of the stuff that I purchased was unnecessary, but I'm having surgery in another state. And then he's asked me to spend the night in a hotel about 5 minutes from his office. So I'm going to be sleeping probably in some type of chair or recliner at the hotel. I don't want to mess up the fabric because when you have liposuction, which I'll be getting on my flank area, they make tiny incisions in different places and they inject fluid into those incisions, and then they use a cannula. They insert a cannula to remove the fat. Well, the fluid that they inject doesn't all come out with the fat. So you kind of leak a little bit over the next few days until all that fluid is released. and we'll be riding back home in the car for an hour and a half. I don't want to mess up the upholstery, sheets, anything in the hotel or the car. So that's kind of another better safe than sorry thing for me. Let's see. That's another pair of the compression socks I got from Amazon. As far as clothing goes, when I do get ready to go home, I want to be able to get dressed easily. And like I said, I won't be able to reach and all that. And I don't want to have to struggle to get dressed. And I don't want Steve to have to struggle to help me get dressed. So I bought some plain cotton. These are really like leisure bras. And they hook in the front. So I don't have to try to reach around me or twist anything around me. Because I'm going to be, bandaged up and in my garment and all that. So I can just kind of throw this on and hook it and go. And then when we leave the hotel for the ride home, I just got some inexpensive pajamas from Walmart that are dark colors. So if something does get on them, you won't be able to see it, and I can just throw it in the washing machine. But they button in the front, so that I can get dressed easily. And then the pants are just elastic waist because I don't want anything tight or binding. It's probably going to be cold, so I may wear those pants. I may not. I also got some fleece jogger style pants, pajama pants. And, I can just throw these on if I need to before we leave. And I got a fleece shirt. This will probably be something I wear once we actually are home and, a week or two later. It's just a long sleeve fleece pajama top that I got from Walmart. And then I'm more of a gown person when I sleep. So, and I'll be sleeping in a recliner for the first probably month, because getting in and out of the bed, you use a lot of your core muscles to move from a lying down position to sitting up and from sitting to standing. And once you had muscle repair and surgery on your abdominal area, you don't just pop up out of bed. And you have to sleep in a way that doesn't put stress on your incision and the muscle repair. So I'll be sleeping in a lift chair that we have that used to belong to Steve's dad, my father-in-law, and that way I can just press a button and go from laying down to sitting up, sitting to standing, and I won't have to use my core muscles and potentially cause myself pain trying to get up and down for something as simple as going to the restroom or to get up and make my lap around the house, to keep my circulation up. But anyway, so to sleep, I just got this plain gown that buttons. I will have to put it over my head, but it won't be, like a wrestling match to get it on. And that way, I'm comfortable. I don't have anything binding on me because I will have a compression garment on. I'll probably wake up in it. I think that's what he told me at the consultation. But when I go back for my pre-op in a few weeks, I'll try to record another video just to let you know if anything has changed, if he's giving me any instructions about what I do the night before. I know some surgeons have their patients take a shower and use something called HIPAA cleanse, and that just kind of kills any bacteria you might have on your skin, which is a possibility because when you have excess skin or loose skin on your abdomen, it's hard to, I think I mentioned this in my last video, it's hard to keep those areas dry all the time. You sweat. With sweat and moisture comes bacteria, sometimes fungus, you get yeast on your skin. So they have you use that to try to sterilize the skin as much as possible. And even when you don't, you have things that live on your skin, bacteria, that you don't even know about. So with that being said, I think that's it. I just wanted to show you guys what I have purchased to help out with my recovery. I am going to have to pack a bag, obviously, for us to spend the night at the hotel, but I don't think y'all want to see that. You know what a toothbrush looks like. You know what, toiletries and deodorant and stuff looks like. I don't think that's necessary unless there's something special that he tells me to buy or pack or bring with me. I'm sure I'm going to get a list of instructions when I go for my pre-op appointment, and everything I need to know will be in there. I have some questions that I want to ask him specifically about the procedure itself and certain things that I want to address beforehand just to see, you know, what his take is on some of those things. But yeah, I'll record another video and update you guys after my pre-op appointment, which is next month. So with that being said, I hope that this video was helpful. I try to educate because there are a lot of things people don't understand about plastic surgery and weight loss and what happens after you lose the weight. And you know, everybody thinks the skin is just gonna snap back and you can bind it up. Listen, I was overweight for pretty much my entire adult life, which at this point is 25 years, give or take. I've had 3 children, okay? All of that ain't just gonna snap back. Even you can take all the collagen supplements, you can freeze it, you can go get the whatever. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff that they'll take your money for and tell you it's gonna work. But your genetics and other factors will determine the success of those procedures. So, yeah, I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, leave them down below and I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. If there's anything that you think I may have forgotten, or if you've had the procedure and you had something that was a lifesaver for you. Oh, I should mention that I didn't bring them in here for this video, but I do have cough drops because any type of abdominal surgery, even women that have had C-sections will tell you the first time you cough and you don't, you know, brace really well and kind of, even if it catches you by surprise, like a cough or a sneeze, it's going to feel like you've been ripped open. So I do have cough drops, and I'm probably going to get some other herbal stuff to use next time I go to Whole Foods or somewhere like that. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, like I said, leave them below. I'll try to answer them. If it's something that I've already addressed or discussed with my surgeon. Prayers, well wishes. I will need prayers because I have to stop taking all my herbal supplements about 2 weeks prior, and this time of year, yeah, that's what keeps me balanced. So I need y'all to pray for me, okay? But anyway, thank you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.